Our next guest has the unenviable task of following that. A lot of you will know him as Dave from the Coffee Cup Cafe in Southam. He's also a former Oxfordshire county cricketer and the Deputy Mayor of Southam, Councillor David Wise.
Well, firstly, I'd like to apologise to Dean for whatever I've done to upset him. It's so much to try and follow that. I must apologise for whatever it was. It must have been really bad. Anyway, slightly different style. My name's Dave Wise. Nearly everybody calls me Dave. There are a couple of exceptions. My mum, understandably, she gave me my name, and my wife, usually in the tone of David, and nearly always when I've done something wrong. It's not very often, only every other day, something like that. I've lived in Southam for some 16 years, originally from a small village called Tiddington near Thame in Oxfordshire. I moved to Southam through work as an engineer with Rover and subsequently BMW. Caroline, my wife, Amy, Laura and Charlotte, the kids, really love Southam and the friendly atmosphere within the town. I've represented Oxfordshire at a number of sports, the main one being cricket, as I was opening back for the senior side for some 8 years. As a junior, I ran for Oxford City Athletics Club. The home was Iffley Road running track. Probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of the younger ones here, but it was where Sir Roger Bannister first broke the 4-minute mile. And I believe Dave is very familiar with that track. Amazingly, it was on an old cinder track and on black and white television. No colour or HD, no flat screens then. I've never been a warm-up act before, but to be for the current holder of the 3,000 metre record for some 29 years standing is quite some achievement. And I'm one of the leading figures in the run-up to the 2012 Olympics is an honour in itself. I played rugby against Gary a few years ago. I was scrum half and he was flanker. I remember getting the ball, seeing Gary in front of me, throwing a dummy, looking up and promptly going backwards, twice as fast as I was going forwards. I can't remember much after that. I was out sparking. I think this is an illustration of Gary's determination, both in his social life and his sport and his business, and it's true credit to him. I'm currently Southam's Deputy Mayor and one of your 3 district councillors. In that role, I'm on the Environmental Quality and Climate Change panel. I became aware of PV panels through that committee, and to be honest, it all went straight over my head, didn't understand it. But as I looked further, I saw an opportunity. Over the last 3.5 months, I've made £500. Not a big wage, I think you'd agree. However, this isn't a wage. This is the earnings I've received through the feed-in tariffs earned off my solar panels on my roof. Sticking £10,000 on your roof is not for everybody, especially in this financial climate. That is why the free solar installation provided by EOS is so attractive. It costs the individual nothing. The benefit is reduced electricity bills. I've just had a notification from my supplier, Scottish Power. Everything's going up by 15 to 20%. British Gas are doing the same. Who knows how much it's going to be in the future. I'm also saving money on gas because when the sun shines, I turn the electric immersion heater on. Making Southam the greenest town in Warwickshire would really put us on the map. With partnership working with Stratford District Council, the Town Council, businesses and holders and householders, I'm convinced we can make a difference to our environment and our carbon footprint, and consequently to the services the councils can provide. As a representative of Southam Town Council, I'd like to thank Gary, Lee, Dean, Alumet, EOS, and especially the workforce, your greatest asset, for inviting me to this superb event today. I look forward to working with them on future community projects. Thank you very much.
Thanks, David.